Hey guys, Matty SRT back here with another upload here, and we're talking about Speed Week here with Dodge, with all their unveilings they had during earlier in the week. This video specifically is going to be about the day 3 reveal of the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee. It's a long name, but that's what they ended up calling it on there. So I do have other videos regarding the week involved on my channel here. So if you guys want, you can go ahead and check out my page. Go ahead and give me a subscribe, and you can go watch those regarding day 1 and 2 and what I have thoughts on there. But today, this is going to be about day 3 regarding the Banshee. So let's get started. What do I think about it? It looks badass. It's an old school 1970 Dodge Charger look to it, with the front end of the Daytona on there, which is one reason why Dodge had gotten banned originally in NASCAR, because of the aerodynamics of it and all that stuff. But that's another story to go over there. But bottom line, I think it looks great. The front end with the one continuous light around there with that squared look, it looks awesome. The back, it matches exactly the same with the red lights for the braking and tail. That thing looks terrific. A lot of people were like, oh, that's a Challenger. Now, if you look back at the old days, or the old pictures of like a 1970 Charger and a 1970 Challenger, there's a difference in the look. They were roughly the same car. The Challenger was able to be a soft top convertible if it wanted to. The Charger, if I'm mistaken, was not. Someone can probably correct me in the comments, but the Charger was never able to be a convertible like the Challenger was. So there is difference in body, not to mention the back end and the front were always kind of boxy like that, where the Challenger brought some more curves to it, along with the more prominent 2 headlight setup on each side that were always visible, where the Charger, it had those things that closed in on its headlights and whatnot. So there are some noticeable differences. It's just a lot of people that are younger, that don't know any better, they look at that and goes, oh, it looks like a Challenger, because you're so used to the boxy look of the Challenger, and you're so used to the curvy look of the Charger of today, and not what it was back then. So you guys just got to realize that there is difference in styles and trims back then as opposed to now. So just think of it this way. It's not a Challenger, it's a Charger. And the reason they picked that one as well is not only for the looks, but since it's electric and you're going to need a charger to charge it up, you know, might as well call it the Charger on there, okay? So let's go through a lot of the different things on there. First thing, the exhaust sound. Now, a lot of you are like, it sounds like shit, blah, 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 and what the hell, it's so fake. Yes, it is. That was the intent. EVs are quiet as hell. If you listen to Tim Kuniskis, and not to mention Racer X also had an interview with him and talked to him, he even said it, that, well, the Dodge execs went into a room for like only 15 minutes and they said, what makes an EV unlikable? And in 10 minutes, they already had all the stuff that they didn't like about it. And first thing was, you can't hear them. There's nothing to hear about them. So Dodge decided, all right, well, let's make it audible. Let's do something. So all they did was take a sound of an electric motor warming up and amplified it through this sound tube on the back that makes it louder to get up to 126 decibels. It was not supposed to sound like a V8. It's not supposed to sound like a Hellcat. It was just supposed to sound like an electric car amplified with noise, with a low hum for idle. Okay, so all of those are like, oh my gosh, it's fake as hell. It doesn't even sound like a V8. It's not supposed to sound like a V8. It's an all-electric vehicle that was meant to sound like an electric vehicle, but yet had an aggressive electric vehicle sound. I don't hear anyone else doing that. Tesla had an upload where you can put songs through your horn and all this other crap for whatever. Heck, I went to a North Orange County cars meet where a guy in a Tesla had a speaker thing on his setup that made it sound like a car that was revving and this and that sounded fake as hell. So if you're going to be electric, right? So if you watch Big Chief from Street Outlaws, if you're going to be street, be street. If you ain't, be ain't, right? So electric, it's going to be electric. That was the sound that they were going for. People showing all these videos on TikTok and all that of like a vacuum cleaner and making it sound like the same. Yeah, those are electric, duh, okay? But I gotta be honest with you, the sound is a little Jetson. If everyone watched the Jetsons from way back when, that's how it kind of reminded me, without the little beeping sounds on there. But it sounds futuristic. That's just how it is, guys. It's an EV vehicle, all right? Sorry, I had to get that off my chest because I've been watching so many videos of other YouTubers, okay? And a lot of them, you know, they have mixed feelings on there. But I've been watching RT Life. You got Knockout 360. You got Mars Speed. I got my buddy OC Motivator. You got Racer X. You got so many. There's so many others that I watch that you don't realize that some of them are just like, oh my gosh, like Knockout 360, he was just all up on it, and he just realizes it's an EV, it's what it's supposed to be, and he's trying to make it something that it wasn't meant to be. They're just so emotional right now because the Challenger and Charger V8s are going away because of regulations. It's not Dodge's fault. The EPA wants to have these strict guidelines. I'm sorry. Dodge says that performance made them do it. No, it's the government made them do it. Dodge just had to jump into it and do what they can to make it as best as they could in a Dodge way. All right. So anyway, I just had to call that out because, like I said, I've seen so many people going, oh my gosh. And then that Chevy dude in blue that was over at Roadkill Nights, he probably had one of the better, more non-biased reviews talking about it. And he goes, you know, I like it and this and that. It's still not for me, but it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? That was probably the most fair one. Racer X also said the same thing. And I know my buddy OC Motivator, it was probably the one thing he was kind of about it, you know, but it is, everyone's got their own opinion, and that's fine. I'm just giving you my opinion, but I'm just trying to make sure you guys know, and I'm going to say it one more time. It's EVs, okay? It's not supposed to sound like a V8. You guys still want to try and make an electric car sound like a V8. It's going to be fake as hell if you try and do that. We already know that. So make it sound like an EV, just amplify, which is what they did with this Fratzonic exhaust. So it's not supposed to sound like a Hellcat. I know one guy said that supposedly they thought it was supposed to sound like a Hellcat. It wasn't. It's got the sound level of a Hellcat, 126 decibels. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there on the exhaust. So that's just my opinion on it. Next thing, as far as the wheels, now they have 21-inch rims is on there. They had 3 25s on there, if I'm not mistaken. Some nice wide tires on there. The wheels, to me, it wasn't working for it. Those wheels just looked a little too, in a way, boxy on it. It was just too much going on there. They could have done something, I think, a lot better for those wheels. Now, they had the Fratzonic logo in the middle, blah, blah, blah. You know, it is what it is. They're trying to get some wheels on there, but I'm sorry. The wheels on that, to me personally, I mean, they might grow on me later, but with that color of car and the way it looked, the wheels were not doing it for me. So I hope they can offer you different wheel setups on that, but let's just hope that changes, you know? So the other thing, it's a 4-seater, and if you looked at it, there's actually a lot of room for those 4 seats in there. It actually looks quite roomy on there because the car is a bit longer. The Charger of the day always tended to be a really long body style. So those seats back there just look like they're very comfortable and have a lot of legroom. Not to mention, it is technically a hatchback in a way. The window opens from back in the trunk almost like a Prius would, and you got a lot of space. And they said, hey, we got all this trunk space in front and back because it's an EV. You don't have a motor and all that crap to worry about. Let's just try and make it utility-ish wise, right? Because what did he say? Nobody wants cars anymore. So I get them doing that. A lot of people are mad that it's a hatchback. It's like, well, dude, the trunk opens just because the glass opens now. It's a hatchback and all of a sudden it's bad. Like, I don't get what they're trying to go with that on there. So it's kind of weird to me, but you know, it is what it is. You know, like I said, this is my opinion. I'm gonna keep telling you guys, remember, this is my opinion. I'm just trying to get some of you guys to be so emotional over it. You got to calm down. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's an EV. All right. It doesn't mean that all the muscle cars now coming out from Dodge are going to be that. Remember, they started with the top of the line model. This is the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee. And like he said, there's going to be 9 power levels, which that one, the Banshee, okay, is going to be like the Hellcat Red Eye version. It's going to be the highest output version they have of 800 volts. Now, he didn't give any numbers as far as how much horsepower and torque and all that. They probably really don't need to, because 800 volts, the Tesla, I think, is not even that high on their Plaid models. I have to go and look. Probably while I'm editing this video, I'll probably have to go look, and I'm wrong. And if so, I'll put it on the screen. But it's going to have more power probably than the Tesla. It's all-wheel drive, which is awesome. Of course, all EVs now tend to be all-wheel drive. But the cool thing with that is that not only is it all-wheel drive, they're going to give you a whole bunch of different modes. So you got slam mode, which is you're going to slam it on the ground. It's lowered mode, basically. Okay? Then you're going to have drift mode, which is pretty obvious what they're doing with drift mode. They're going to turn the drive tires off on the front wheels and make it on the back to where it's super torquey. So you can spin the back end easier on there, and the slip and all that. It's going to be there. You got drag mode, which more than likely means it's going to be Obviously all-wheel drive. So they're going to put most of the power to the back wheels, but they're going to have front-wheel drive as well with the electric motor, so that way you're not going to spin off the line. And then you got, what was the last one on there? Donut mode. And that one's going to be pretty simple. They're going to just disable the front wheels and put line lock on the front. And they're going to allow you to, well, not line lock, but that's probably one thing they will do. And they'll allow you to just spin the back tires as much as you can while the front wheels do whatever on there. So you can do your donuts on there. So those are really cool modes that you can do. You can't do that in a Tesla. So might as well do that, you know what I mean? But that's just my thoughts on the vehicle. Just remember, guys, it's an all EV and it's a concept car. You got to remember that as well. It's concept, nothing's official, which is why they wouldn't give all the numbers, okay? But just remember, it's a concept. Things are bound to change. The interior did look pretty sweet. It was a little basic because remember, they just popped it together to make it look whatnot. Steering wheel looked kind of cool. It was kind of Knight Rider-ish. I don't like the way they did the SRT. They kind of got rid of the one spot of the R. So it kind of looked like an SPT almost on there. I guess they got to redesign that logo now because if it's all EV, they have to do something different, I guess. But anyway, that's just me talking about it. So overall, Dodge had to do it and they had to come up with something top end, and that is definitely top end. So just remember, they're going to have 9 different power levels. Obviously, we're going to find out eventually what those will be in the future. But that doesn't mean that that's what everything's going to right there. You got to remember, the Hemi powered Chargers and Challenger V8s are ending in 2023. And then from there, they're going to go to a different body style and whatnot in 2024. And they're going to probably use that Hurricane 6 motor with the turbos on it. So you're going to have a lot of those cars, and some of them might even be somewhat of a hybrid, where they're going to have the electric button there to shoot like they do on the Hornet, that push button that gives you the extra 25 horses or whatever. They're going to probably add that on those to electrify the top end models of those Challengers and Chargers. But an all EV vehicle is what this one is what they were showing. Okay, so don't think that muscle is dead. They're probably just going to have to come out with a V6 model or inline 6, whatever they're doing with the turbos, and that's going to be your new muscle cars on there. Okay, so don't think that this is what they're going towards, guys. It's coming. Don't worry. They were just showing the all EV version of the most powerful one on there. Okay, this does not have anything to do with the Turbo 6 that's going to be coming out and the Chargers and Challengers coming up. So don't worry about it. They just wanted to show you the next gen concept vehicle of Dodge, and that's what it was. Okay, so we just got to keep the temperature down and realize what it is. Realize what it is for what it is what I'm basically trying to tell you. It's an EV. It's trying to give you a sound of an EV that no other ones are doing. So that way, at least it has some type of presence. When someone comes up and they hear that low hum, rumbling, or hum sound, whatever that bassy sound was on there, that the way you know, oh, that's got to be that Dodge one on there. And of course, it's going to take off the line like hell on there. At least you won't be able to get pulled over for an exhaust like I did here in Riverside County, but I'm going to go get that fixed soon. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it, guys. I want to try and keep this video under 15 minutes. We're already at about almost 14. So if you guys have any comments or anything, your opinions on the vehicle, what you thought, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I like to see discussions happen. Ask me any questions you might have. But we're probably talking at least the torque on that sucker is just going to be, it's going to be more than the Tesla. Let's put it that way. Dodge wouldn't come out with that high-end model without putting as much power as they could to that ground. The question is going to be, what's going to be the range on it, how quick it's going to charge, all that good stuff on there. So we'll have to wait until it becomes from a concept to a reality, and then figure out the numbers from there, you know? But anyway, if you guys, like I said, I have other videos on this, on the 3 days that Dodge did revealing. And go ahead and check out my page. Subscribe if you don't mind. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers as of this video. So if you guys don't mind, give me that subscribe. It's free to do so. And I'm going to be coming out with some cool other videos regarding Dodge. And then I used to be a Durango guy. I still am a Durango guy. And that's just a lot of my content ended up being that. But I'm going to try and get more into the SRT stuff, which is what I was really wanting to do at some point. Okay, other than that, that's about it, guys. So I will see you on the next video. And like I said, Dodge is out to play with the EVs. The different muscle cars are going to be coming. They're only going to have the 6s, but don't worry, guys, it's okay. We still haven't seen what Dodge is going to offer more coming up soon. Okay, so just don't get so emotional. Don't hate it. It is what it is, guys. All right, so other than that, this is Matty RCT out. See you on the next one.